Hey, and welcome to Trail Trials, the video review section of iRunfar.com. My name is Travis Liles, and in this video we're going to take a look at the Baregrip 200 from Inov-8. Inov-8 has always played a big role in minimalist, or letting your foot do the work. They always like to provide grip, protection, and a way to keep you safe on the trail, but strip away all that extra stuff like pivot posts or cages and let your foot do the work. So what do they do when minimalist becomes the hot topic, or the thing that a lot of shoe manufacturers are gravitating towards? Well, Inov-8 steps it up and comes out with the Baregrip 200. So the Baregrip follows Inov-8's normal naming convention, which is the grip, Baregrip, followed by the weight in grams, which is 200, which translates into 7 ounces. The Baregrip is a unisex shoe, and what we're going to do here is talk about the upper, the tread, the insole, everything that we can about this, and really give you a nice, up-close and personal look at the Baregrip 200. So let's start off by talking about the upper of the Baregrip 200. As you can see, if you follow around here, it's all this one consistent green mesh, and this is very lightweight. You can see it's very flexible, it collapses very easy. What's also on here is a familiar Inov-8 option, which is the Metacradle. And what the Metacradle does is takes this laminate of rubber that's over the mesh and connects that to the midsole and allows points on the laces so that when you tie that shoe up, it's going to wrap and create a good grip around your foot. As we move down into the toe, or specifically on the sides, we can see that there's some extra material that looks like it's really just painted on. So this isn't anything hard. It's some extra structure. It's kind of a rubbery, gritty feel, and basically what you're seeing is putting that in those areas that are prone to blowout. So if you're somebody that does a lot of toe off, you're probably familiar with this sort of thing happening, where your shoe might blow out at those points. And I've mentioned in other Inov-8 reviews that I've done that that's been a problem, so it looks like they're trying to address that early. The toe cap itself is actually pretty hard. So it's a harder toe cap than what's on a lot of the minimalist shoes. This has the same rubber that is on the outsole, and it's a thin rubber, but it's definitely enough to keep puncture and probably even a little bit of support if you're going to be kicking those rocks. As we move back into the heel, this is a very flexible heel, as you can see. So there's not a heel counter in here at all. This is all just the material of the shoe, so foam, maybe a piece of cardboard or something in there that they've put around, but this is very, very flexible. You're not going to get a lot of pushback there. You have a slightly padded collar on the inside, so adding just a little bit there to wrap around your heel. And then the tongue itself is very thin, feels like felt, so it's sort of a soft, very soft material here on the top, or maybe even like a suede. So you're not getting a lot of tongue there, but it is 2 layers of fabric. Hopefully keep it from wrinkling up. It is not gusseted, so that does run all the way, that is open all the way down to the toe. And then on the inside of the shoe, they've kept the seams down, but it's not 100% seamless. So when you look on the inside, hopefully what you'll get is a view of, the fact that they've done a nice job of taking that extra black fabric and covering up where you might be prone to seeing some seams, and they've taken that out by covering with this fabric. It's not all the way across, but this is, because it's not a shoe with toes in it, you can wear some thin socks if you'd like, and it does allow you to wear your normal socks that you're used to wearing, or it is smooth enough off of feel to wear barefoot. Just really depends on your likes there. One of the interesting things about this compared to a lot of other minimalist shoes are the fact that there is an insole. And this insole is a standard Inov-8 insole. It does have just a little bit of an arch ridge right here and perforated. So it's not much to it. It's really flexible, but it is in there. Something you might be able to take out if you want, but obviously adds a little bit of extra cushion in there, and it's perforated to allow for easy draining. When we look in the inside with the insole out, what you'll see is common stitching that you're used to in most running shoes. So it's a very familiar inside from that standpoint. Let's go ahead and move to the heel. And when you look at the heel, you'll see the word 0. Inov-8 uses the arrow system to determine what their amount of cushioning and support on the shoe is. And this one just says 0. So we've done the cross talon 212, which is a 2 arrow. That's a 6mm drop from heel to toe. We did the Rocklight 295, which is a 3 arrow, which is a 9mm drop from heel to toe. This is a 0. So there's no drop at all. There is no midsole in this shoe. There is a little bit of rubber that's built up here on the inside, and I kind of felt that this just sort of sat underneath my arch and added a little bit of maybe medial and lateral stability. As you can see, that exists on both sides. Kind of kept my foot from sliding around too much, but it definitely wasn't something that I thought impeded my stride or added any additional arch support. And then lastly, let's really look at what the Baregrip is all about, and that is this grip on the bottom. This really aggressive grip. This is sticky rubber. This is the performance outsole or performance last that's on this. So this is meant for running fast in. And these are all very sticky, semi-flexible. If you're familiar with the Rocklight pattern, you'll see that this does share some common features with it. But these are deeper lugs, and they're also smaller lugs. So versus being larger, there's more lugs taking up smaller amount of space, and really adds a lot of grip. And that combined with your just raw foot inside of here and the pure flexibility really means you can use your toes and really bite down into the ground. And you can see that runs all the way across. The Metaflex is existent on this, which is a weaker part in the outsole that allows for flex. And what you'll see is that it is super easy to flex this toe. So this is a really, really flexible shoe. We could take this shoe, roll it up on itself, and probably what you'll see is the fact that it'll cave in on just about any point that you push on it. The heel is the most sturdy, and a lot of that just has to do with how close some of these lugs are together. But overall, a super, super flexible shoe that'll get you out on the trail regardless of slop and still keep you nice and low to the ground. So hopefully what you saw was that Inov-8 really put a lot of time and effort into the materials and the making of their shoe that is really a full minimalist shoe having a 0 drop. So with the extremely low, no drop on here, the flexibility, the aggressive tread pattern, the lightweight uppers, what you've got is an option for training to get out and let your foot do the work, or if you're somebody that's a true minimalist runner, and once that 0 drop, you now have an option to take to that aggressive trail to really give you the grip and the support that you need to get through your race or training run. So, any questions or comments, leave those below this video. You can find out more about this shoe at Inov8.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.